What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another video in my must-have must-gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I also have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all of this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. It just started a huge thunderstorm as I started to record this video, so hopefully it is not too hopefully we can get through this. I just really liked my eye look and I wanted to film more with my eye look. Maybe I should be charging my electronics just in case. Life is getting real steep real quick. Oh my word. That's the second time my lights flickered. Okay, we're gonna see how long I can film this video. And I'm flustered. Okay, let's get back to it. I did record this eye look. I believe this may be coming up tomorrow, if not definitely on Wednesday. It just kind of depends on my schedule this weekend and how much I'm able to film for the week. But I did film this. And yeah, I think we're gonna just go ahead and jump into the video now because I don't know how long I'll be able to be recording. So let's start. Let's just get into it. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that actually Bath and Body Works has already launched their Pride collection. Basically, from what I can tell, everything has a rainbow packaging, but I'm not sure if there's any like special scent for this. Oh yeah, it is. It's a celebratory. Okay, so this is a celebratory blend of Sunny Sangria, Bright Melon, and Misty Waters. I don't think that's something that I am going to be intrigued by, but who knows? I may take the time to get my nose on this collection to see if the scent is something that I'm intrigued by. Not really loving the packaging in the sense of the actual aesthetic. I love the support, but the aesthetic, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like the graphics. That's what it is. I'm not a fan of the graphic that they chose to be the theme, but I like that they're supporting a community, and yeah. And they will be donating $150,000 from their foundation to support LGBTQ plus youth around the globe, which is really nice. But I'm feeling like that's not even 1% of what they will probably get in profits from this collection. So, you know, to each his own. Okay, Colourpop is coming out with a new collection, and this is the Resting Beach Face collection. And so the palette is interesting. It's a combination of blues and greens, which I actually was inspired by a different palette to create this color scheme. So I'm gonna pass on that. The lip products, I hear a lot of people not liking this particular formula, so no reason for me to kind of experiment on the formula personally, like no ma'am. And as for the bronzers, okay, you guys know I love bronzers. Bronzer is my thing, and usually during this time I like buy a whole bunch of bronzers, and some I love, some I don't. This is a matte bronzer, and so I think on that principle I am going to pass. Now, I am open to negotiating in the sense that at one point my Holy Grail bronzer was from Colourpop. This is in bits and pieces, and they said that this was a matte, although this did have and does have a sheen to it, so it doesn't really pull hard matte. It's like a soft matte finish. So I am open to potentially picking up a bronzer from this, mainly to compare in the event that people were kind of having FOMO, not having the old formula. They may be able to then pick up the new formula. See, I would need to see this in store and be able to swatch it and really tell. And honestly, this might have been in the Ulta store that I went to yesterday or a couple of days ago, but I honestly just wasn't in the mindset because I already had bronzers on my list, and I kind of just, you know, I kind of just wanted to let it go there. So Electrum Cosmetics is doing a collaboration with Whitcharae. So I know a YouTuber has already filmed a video with this. What is her name? Bad to the Brow. She already did a video on this palette, and I didn't actually watch it, but she did do a video, and this palette looks gorgeous. I love the variety in shades. There looks to be 3 mattes and everything else looks to be shimmery. It's available today. Right now, the day I'm filming this, I am filming this on Friday, and it is currently available. It's been available for about 30 minutes. It really looks pretty. I don't think I'm going to pick it up though. It would be yet another new indie brand that I would need to kind of try out, and I do have quite a bit of palettes that I'm still kind of testing out after doing my video for you all, and I do want to kind of get out my review video where I round up all of these palettes that are in kind of the background. So as of right now, I'm not going to pick anything up from this collection, but maybe in the future. Rose Inc. has come out with 2 new formulations of products, both being creams. So they previously had cream blushes, and a lot of people really enjoyed that, along with, you know, foundation and concealer. Now they've come out with a cream bronzer range and a highlighter range, and I had these both in my cart. I did, and then I did a community post, and people really just didn't seem interested in this brand overall, which is fine. And you know, it's not like I really should have been picking it up in the first place. So I did go ahead and take this out of my cart. And I will talk about, I think, the one bronzer that I did pick up as of right now. Still always time to pick up more, let's face it. But as of right now, I've only picked up one cream bronzer, and I'm like this close as of right now to actually finishing my Project Pan cream bronzer. So I feel like it's one in, one out. I'm cool with it. Anyways, I am still intrigued by both of these formulations, and I would love to try them in store to ensure that the shade that I would pick up would actually be something that I'd be interested in. But since you guys aren't really itching to hear a review and see them swatched on me and used on me, I'm not going to necessarily run to pick them up to review, if that makes sense. But I am intrigued, and I probably will pick them up in the future. So Hip Dot is doing a collaboration with Girl Scouts, and honestly, I've loved the fact that they are doing this because everybody has had a weird story to talk about their interaction with Girl Scouts when they've done this video. I was a Girl Scout, okay? I was like the super duper Girl Scout, the one that when I realized I had a book that would tell you exactly what you had to do to get your badges, I would go to meetings having completed enough stuff to earn like 5-6 badges at a time. I was that person. I was that person that at juniors, I ran out of room on my badge, on my, what was it called? My vest. I ran out of room on my vest, and like, it also just got to the point where my whole troop, my whole troop was just kind of like, we're over it. We don't want to keep this together. So we all disbanded. I think, I want to say high school, we had disbanded because we were just kind of over it, and it wasn't as fun to like earn the badges. Little did I know you could get like a whole scholarship from being a Girl Scout. I should have stuck with it. But anyways, it was just really fun, and it was a way for me to interact with girls when we moved, because we moved when I was in that like, you're starting to kind of get a personality phase in like youth, if you will. And so it was nice for what it was, but I don't have any horror stories like Nomad Beauty or even like Samantha March, but it was really comical to listen to their stories, and I figured I'd share mine. Anyways, they're doing a collaboration with Girl Scouts, and I think overall the palettes look cute. I'm saddened that they did not choose the lemon cooler. The lemon coolers were the best cookies, okay? And did you know you could actually just buy the cookies online now? You don't have to actually find a Girl Scout in person or get their like code or whatever, you can just buy Girl Scout cookies online off of the website. Like, wheat. I could have lemon coolers year round. And I've been playing with my life not buying my lemon coolers, but I'm going to probably after this video. You know, if I still have electricity while this storm is still going. Anyways, though, I like the color schemes of the palettes, and I do think they're a representation of each cookie that they highlighted, but nothing for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass. But if you are interested, I have it on good authority that Hip Dot's formula is good. I've not tried it personally, but a close friend of mine did. SimplyPoshCosmetics is coming out with the new palette, and this is a brand where I have been on the fritz of buying a palette from them in the past multiple times now. But every time they either have a sale that I think is worth it to pick up a palette, or they have a new release that I am interested in, I have too many palettes that are either coming to me or I'm currently reviewing. So maybe by the time this palette is fully revealed, if it is something that is calling my attention, I will have finished kind of reviewing the palettes that I have in the queue. I currently don't have any eyeshadow palettes on their way to me, which is always a new thing to say. There's always something new. So I'm intrigued. You know, I only see 2 rows, but I definitely want to see more. I definitely want to see more. Fenty is coming out with a new lip product, and this is their Poutsicle Hydrating Lip Stain. I found that this brand does really good with their lip products. Out of every kind of category that they have launched from the brand, I think this is the range that most people overall think are good. I haven't heard any bad opinions out of any of the lip formulas that they have dropped. So I am I'm very excited. Is there a shade that would necessarily be calling to me? Not necessarily. I would probably get some use out of that strawberry sangria, but I don't really know. I probably won't pick anything up based on the colors, but I think this formula will probably be good. In the event that you see a shade that you would love, I would say probably go for it. Cosmetics, so they have come out with a bronzer as well. This is their Core Select Sculpting Bronzer, and this is a velvety matte bronzed finish matte powder bronzer. It is $36 each, and there are 4 different shades. Once again, this was another option that I gave in my community post that I did, and it seemed like nobody cared about this one at all, which once again, no worries. I had created a cart, and I realized that the one product that I really wanted is still out of stock. So probably what will happen is maybe I'll make like a big order for the brand once that one product is back in stock. But until then, that's fine. You guys aren't really pressed to or interested. And if we're being honest, in the grand scheme of things, I've realized that matte powder bronzers aren't something that I get a lot of love or use out of. So I don't really need this, but I would be intrigued to try the formula. So Ulta Beauty has sneak peeked that they're doing a collaboration with Thor for the actual Ulta Beauty in-house brand, and I'm intrigued. I've heard really good things about the Ulta Beauty in-house brand's formulations. I've never really tried a lot from them, specifically the makeup. I tend to pick up, you know, random bits and bobs every now and again, but not like eyeshadow palettes or lip products, you know. So I'm intrigued. This is a terrible picture and it doesn't look like it's dropped on the website yet, but I'm intrigued. Maybe after we get some more accurate pictures, I'll see if it's something that I'm actually interested in. So Makeup by Mario has come out with a couple new products, and I do just want to highlight that a lot of his products are now back in stock. So if you were really interested in picking up some things, I would recommend looking at your Sephora love list or whatever, because a lot of his stuff came back in stock very recently. As for me, I would love to kind of get a full face of products from him, but I just haven't yet. And I'm just not rushing to. Like I said, I have a lot of things, and there's some other brands that I would like to do like a full face with more. So yeah, I completely skipped the like haul portion of this video. The thunderstorm had me that flustered. It's okay, I'll talk about them at the end if you're interested. You'll stay towards the end. Anyways, Makeup by Mario, like I said, he's coming out with 2 new products. One is a soft sculpt transforming skin enhancer, and the other one is a soft sculpt transforming skin perfector. So from what I can tell, the skin perfector is more of a powder. It's more of a cream to powder type formulation that you can use to kind of set your base. Actually, it's not cream to powder, I'm sorry, it's just a full-on powder that is like illuminating, and it provides a radiant kind of finish to your skin or your base. And then the skin enhancer looks to be more of just like a potted tinted moisturizer or very light coverage foundation. For me right now, I already have a kind of similar product with the skin enhancer from Danessa Myricks. I have not even used it yet. It's just sitting, waiting to be hauled, and then eventually waiting to be used. So for me, it doesn't make sense to pick up a similar product when I haven't tried the one that I've already picked up. So I'm not going to buy that. And then as for the skin perfector, I'm actually trying to reduce the amount of powders that I have in my collection. Although yes, I am combination oily, I do also find that I went ham in buying powders towards the beginning of my makeup journey, and you know, thankfully powders really don't go bad. Like they can, but they really don't, you know. So thankfully I can take the time that I need to really use the products to their fullest like use, but I don't want it to be the same case that it's been right now for me when it comes to foundations, where I have quite a few foundations that I had to just throw away because they expired, or I'm realizing, you know, your girl could not shade match a couple of years ago, and so the things that I thought were shade matches really aren't, and I'm looking like Boo Boo the Fool trying to wear them now. So as of right now, I'm not picking up either of these products, but they are available on their website today, actually, and they should be available on Sephora as well. A new brand, which is Isamaya Beauty, is becoming available. So Isamaya, I believe that is the owner's name, has helped to co-develop the cosmetic lines for Tom Ford, Byredo, and Burberry, and basically she's bringing her own expertise to her own brand, and she is highlighting sustainability. So the first launch will be an eyeshadow palette that has the colors in putty textures, moody inky shades, also bright green and oranges, encased in black compact with a ghostly torso pressed through its lid. There's also a rubber lash mascara with an instant stretch effect impaled on a hard metal piercing. And then there is a pomade that laminates the eyebrows for a naked effect, and you can apply foundation on it so that you can create new brows. These will all be available as a full collection maybe, and this will be available in June. This sounds really interesting and very unique. If I'm being honest, I'm more so interested in the eyeshadow palette. I think hearing that it's a putty texture, I'm feeling very reminiscent of Natasha Denona's cream to powder formula, and I'd be intrigued. Depending on the price, maybe I'll pick it up. There's a lot, as always, going on in the background for me. So depending on my life circumstances and where I'm at, I may pick it up, or I may just wait and watch reviews. So another bronzer collection is coming from Trixie Cosmetics. Trixie Cosmetics is coming out with 4 different bronzers, and they all are available in trios where you get 2 kind of different matte bronzers, and then you get 1 highlighter in the compact. I kind of like the idea of this, but then I don't, mainly because I don't know how shimmery the highlighter is, and so that would determine whether I like it. Also, I don't know. Are you guys interested in this? Would you like to see a review from me? This would be something I could actually be talked into, and it is available today. They're also coming out with the Busty Lip Balm. That is definitely not something that I'd be interested in. So if I were to actually pick up the bronzer, that would pretty much be the only thing from the website that I'd pick up. But definitely let me know if you are interested in seeing a review from me. That will definitely warrant the bronzer that I picked up. I've only picked up one cream bronzer this season. I haven't even picked up a matte or a powder one. So that could be a bronzer that I pick up and review for you all. Just let me know. Just let me know. So Electrum Cosmetics is doing yet another collaboration with Disney. This time they're doing it for Tinkerbell, and I think this is cute. I do. You get a brush set, you get a mist, you get a sponge duo, and then you get a makeup bag. I think it is all really, really cute. Not something that I necessarily need though. I'm not as connected or kind of in love with this packaging nor Tinkerbell in general, so I am gonna go ahead and pass, but I think it is really, really cute, and yeah, it's interesting. So something that I actually think I am going to go ahead and pick up. So Lethal Cosmetics is launching new products. So they're launching 6 new multi-chrome eyeshadows, 4 shimmery blushes, also launching new pans with stickers as well. And I think I want to pick up the 2 darkest blushes, if not actually the nudie toned blush and the orange and the red tone brush. It depends on how expensive they are. Let's see. So the single multi-chromes, the blushes are $15.50 each, and the multi-chrome shadows are $16.50 each. If you want the full eyeshadows new singles, those are $97 and $20 each, and then the full collection of the blushes, they don't come in a collection. If you need the compacts, it is $9 for the 6 pan and $7 for the 4 pan. These should be available on Light Camera Ready Cosmetics. I believe that is the website, and I've always wanted to kind of try that website out, see if it's something that I would be interested in. And since I am slowly collecting independently owned brands blushes, I think I'm gonna pick these up. I originally was going to pick up some blushes from Benefit's range, but Benefit isn't independently owned, and from what I saw in one review, I only saw one review, but it was enough to deter me. The blushes are scented. I don't really get with scented cheek products. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and I can always pick that up on a discount later if I really, really want it. But these are unique and interesting, and I like 3 out of the 4 tones. I like the kind of nudie beige one. I love the orangey one, and I really like the redder toned one as well. So I think I'm gonna actually pick up all 3 of those. Not gonna be a cheap little purchase, but I'm very, very intrigued. So we'll get to that. So now we finally got to the bronzer that I decided to pick up, and this, let me talk about the bronzer and then I'll explain why I picked it up. So this is the NARS Laguna Bronzing Cream new range. So I think last year they came out with this with only 2 shades, and they were very, very light. They pretty much were only usable for people who actually can use Laguna as an actual bronzer. It's not dark enough for me. But now they came out with 2 darker shades. One that is Laguna 04 and the other one that is Laguna 05. So both of those darker shades, actually based on their kind of comparison chart, will work for me, because I have their bronzer in the shade Quaremba, and that shows up on me. And I actually decided to pick up the shade 04, which is clearly a warmer tone, because I do tend to gravitate towards a bronzer shade that is more of a warmer undertone. So that's why I picked up that shade. It was also cheaper than the other competitor bronzer that I had in my cart. And right now I want to bring something new, but I need to remember my finances, okay? Because I've been living outside of my means, and that's not okay, but I've been able to still pay my bills, so I'm okay with that for right now. I'm gonna curtail it eventually, but you know, This is where we're at right now. So either way, I chose, like I said, the 04, although I'm sure 05 would be a better depth level for me, but I just wanted 04. So I'm very, very excited. I literally picked it up earlier today, and I was able to kind of request some really good samples and stuff. So I'm actually really excited about my samples. I am okay, and I'm willing to make more orders from Sephora because there are a lot more other samples available. Like, y'all need to check that section. The offers are hot right now. They have offers for really nice fragrance samples, some body creams. There's a lot going on in the Sephora offer section. So if you are interested in picking up some stuff, I say maybe break up your orders like I'm going to do to get the most bang for your buck. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the fact that I actually chose this over the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And I did that for a couple of reasons. I was going to pick up the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer on launch. I had the email, I had signed up, all of that. I don't know what happened, but basically I thought I signed up for the pre-order section, but I guess I didn't. So when it came for the day of the launch, I was at work, and I've kind of told myself that I'm not going to allow myself to make purchases at work. I want to make the conscious effort to wait until I get home to make the purchase, and if it's sold out, it's sold out. Of course, my luck, the one shade that I particularly wanted is sold out, and I really want to get it from Charlotte Tilbury's website because she has a bundle where, yes, it's only 5%, but Charlotte Tilbury's products are expensive, and I want the bundle where you get the cream bronzer and a highlighter cream, because I do still want to try her cream highlighter. So I'm trying to be good, I'm trying to wait, but she has not restocked, okay? And Charlotte, restock, okay? I would love to ultimately do a full face of your products, but I want to slowly pick them up, okay? Okay, anyways, Colourpop. So last week I talked about this, and now we've just seen better photos. So Colourpop is doing a new launch of products. There are 4 different quads, some of their jelly much eyeshadows, and then a highlighter. I think these all look fine. I actually kind of like the brownie quad. I like that. But I don't need it. I don't need it. So I am going to pass on all of this, but it looks cute. It does look cute. Tarte is also coming out with a new mascara. It's available on QVC, and this is their Tartelette Tubing Mascara Duo. I think these look fine, but I've only had experience with one tubing mascara, and I did not enjoy that experience. So I personally am just going to go ahead and pass right about now. Estee Lauder has come out with a new product in their Double Wear line, and this is their Double Wear Cushion foundation. That is very, very intriguing. I went through a whole bottle of Double Wear and I never picked up another just because I never did. But it'll be intriguing to see kind of what comes of this range, and if it's something I may pick it up. I may. We'll see. Huda Beauty is now showing more information about her concealers. These will be available on June 13th, and you can get the concealer for $29. You can also get the brush for $25. I've not tried any of Huda Beauty's base products, but I have tried now the eyeshadows. I've tried from her fragrance range. At this point, it's just a matter of time before I get to her base range. I would love to know if this is fragrance free. I know she went through that period where she had a lot of fragrance in her foundations, and then she reformulated it without fragrance, and as of quickly skimming the caption from Trim Mood, it does not say if it's fragrance free. So I'm gonna wait, but this is a concealer that gives you medium to full coverage and a satin like finish. That does sound like something that I would love. But I did just recently pick up 3 or 4 concealers, so that's enough for me right now. I want to get through my concealers, kind of lower that a little bit, and then maybe I will pick up this concealer. Sunday Fridays is coming out with a mineral milk sunscreen. A lot of brands are coming out with sunscreens right now, and it makes perfect sense, right? We're getting into the summer months, but I did recently pick up the Super Goop sprayable sunscreen and lip balm. I ended up not getting the one from Black Girl Sunscreen because it was sold out, and at the time I didn't know when it was going to go to Ulta, and I just kind of wanted to make the purchase so I could just like not have to think about it, if we're being honest. I already have new sunscreens on their way to me, but in the event that you are interested in this is apparently a lightweight, real friendly SPF 30 mineral sunscreen, and it is $36. So it will be launching on June 31st. So that's quite a ways away. But I guess if you get through sunscreen really quickly, or if you're running low, that might be the perfect time for you. Elf Cosmetics is coming out with a new formulation, I guess, of their putty primer. This one has vitamin C in it. You can apparently use the code 942223 to get 20% off of this particular item. The vitamin C is only 2%, okay? And it is $12, which is really nice. And if you are very vitamin C sensitive, maybe 2% is enough vitamin C for you, but for me it just does like 2%. What is 2% gonna do? And I already put vitamin C on. It's a part of my skincare routine every morning, so this is going to be an easy pass for me. In addition, I've never actually tried this formulation, so it's not something that's enticing me at all. So one thing that actually popped up while I was talking is the fact that Nomad Cosmetics is now slowly sneak peeking a new palette. So this is clue number 1. The embossing and shade above are very popular in our destination. Just to recap, and then you can always whatever. So this is launching on June 7th, 12:01 a.m. EST. So I am intrigued. This looks to be a new eyeshadow palette, and like I said, that is clue 1. I have missed picking up, I want to say, the last 2 or 3 palettes, and I have wanted to pick them up, so I am intrigued. I plan to, if this is something that tickles my pickle, I do want to go ahead and just pick up the previous products that I have been wanting from the brand, but it just was serendipitous, I guess, that this popped up on my page. Okay, so it looks like there are a couple other things that are slowly popping up. Like I said, I am filming this on Friday, and I'm just gonna end it with this one. I don't want to kind of extend this. Ooh. Okay. I found 2 other things, so we're gonna do these 2, and then we're gonna be done with all of the new makeup. So 2 more things. Too Faced is coming out with one new product. Once again, this is vitamin C infused, and this is their Born This Way Glow Setting, moisturizing primer with vitamin C and SPF 45. So this is really, really intriguing. I have been through a Too Faced primer, and I really did enjoy the primer. It had like more of a lotiony type feel, so it was very easy, very moisturizing into my skin. And I have actually been through a Too Faced foundation as well. So I mean, you know, I guess it's coming soon to their website retailers, and it is currently available in Asia right now. The last thing I wanted to talk about is another Pride collection, and this is from Ruby May Cosmetics. I want to say this is another kind of fast fashion makeup brand, but I may be mistaken in that. Either way, each product is $24, or you can get the bundle for $60. It looks like you can get 4 really curated color schemes, or you can get kind of one big rainbow palette. I like that you get that option. I do. Is there something that I'm gonna pick up? No, I think I am good personally. So that is that. And since I skipped it at the beginning, I am just going, oh, now it wants to stop raining. Okay, I'm just gonna reach into my little haul basket to see what new makeup I picked up, and then I'm gonna just tell you guys the new stuff in the event that you're really interested. So there are 2 palettes that I want to talk about, and I find that like talking about palettes are the only things that is kind of interesting for this kind of aspect of this video, so that's what I'm gonna do. I did pick up my Shroud Creepy Cute Volume 1 palette. I just wanted the Volume 1. I kind of am mad at myself that I didn't get the volume 2, but for right now I'm going to be happy with volume 1. I've had an interesting experience when it comes to Shroud Cosmetics, so I want to just stick with this one right now, and we will go from there. I can always pick up the volume 2 palette in the future. It's not like it is a limited edition. And then the other product that I picked up, I actually picked up through Mercari. You guys know I am like a Mercari fiend. Sometimes I go through lulls where I'll pick up a lot and then where I won't pick up anything. Either way, this was a product I was eyeing from the website. It went on 50% sale and then I waited too long to pick it up, and of course then I picked it up through Mercari, but it's fine. I really wanted it. And this is from NARS. This is their Climax palette, and this is just a really pretty palette that I had, like I said, been eyeing, and I was able to get it for what I felt was a decent price on Mercari, and it's brand spanking new, so I'm sure the person bought it for 50% off and then, you know, maybe got a little bit more money from me. I don't really care. I wanted the product, I got the product. So those are the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I got this past week, and you know, I will slowly showcase them on my channel as I do with all of my eyeshadow palettes, but feel free to let me know if there's one that you would prefer to see me do over the other. Other than that though, I think that's all I got to talk to you guys about today. I have some things I got to get done, and now it looks like it's going to stop raining, so I may still go to the grocery store. Who knows? I would love to hear down below if there's anything that I talked about today that you are really interested in. Are you interested in a certain bronzer? Let your girl know if there's a bronzer review that you would like to see from me. Like I said, I did record this eye look, and that should be available sometime this week. I'm not really confident on what day I'm going to be uploading it though, so we're going to just play it by ear. But with that said, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Alrighty guys, bye.